on.
Oh, cool. How's it going, everybody? I can't see everybody there. I can see Alicia, Jessica Pleak. Oh, well, I can't see Jess herself, but I see some green. It's pretty color. Okay, there we go. Now I can see everybody. Evie's got her like entire control panel. So if you've ever been in her office, you can tell that I'm not quite sure where to look right now. But anywho, thank you so much for being here and on time. Wanting to start out with some nice little warm, welcoming vibes here. So wanting to, first of all, share the newest Metro family members. So when you see them around, either virtually or on Zoom, give them a virtual high five, share that love. So first one, shout out goes to Archie Valdez. Thank you so much for joining us. Looking forward to our culture and increasing her productivity through our technology. Tony as well, looking to really launch his real estate career specifically, and again, noting our culture as well as the support services that we provide. And that, okay, yeah, and I was going to mention some other people, but they're not quite signed on yet. However, we'll keep the good vibes going with passing this over to you guys for some bucket fills. So who impressed you and whose bucket would you like to fill today? Have at it.
Me, pick me.
Go.
So this kind of goes out to, I'm probably going to cry already. The whole office, ever since the meeting last Wednesday, I've gotten so many messages and phone calls and some pretty emotional voicemails that I won't name names because we don't want to embarrass anybody. But I have so much gratitude for you guys and the donations. I mean, Marwan told me that the Venmo was just going off as soon as the team meeting ended. So I really, really, really love and appreciate you guys.
Well, I hope that it goes without saying how much we love you, Alicia. And this is something that, you know, again, you really are one of those pivotal members, and it goes far beyond just being an agent in this office. Like, we really do consider you family. So we love you, Alicia. Thank you. All right. Well, I don't know. Mindy, I see, ooh, you got a bucket to fill? You want to share? I see you brightening up.
I have a huge bucket filled for Clarissa Kurtz and for Dana Dotson. My first transaction is closing, and it couldn't have been done without all of their help. And thank you so much for keeping me going.
Love it. All right, well, great job, Mindy. Congratulations, and thank you, Clarissa and Mama Dana, for taking good care of Mindy. Awesome. All right, next up, also wanting to give kudos to the following people that have given permission to add the logo to their website with Movement Mortgage. So this really does help us out, guys, with advertising dollars. So thank you to the following people: Cassidy, Aaron, Yanni, Nicola, Amy, Joe, Dan, Robert, Nicole, Drew, Nancy, Robert, Madison, Lisa, Marwan, Evie, Lee, Carl, Gail, Mike, and Peggy, Pegasus, the one and only. So thank you guys for that permission. If you're still interested, make sure to let us know. There's still opportunities to add the Movement Mortgage logo onto your website as well for additional credibility. Upcoming training, Evie, do you want to talk about that?
Yes, I just wanted to remind, after today's team meeting, please stick around. Erick Gilman, one of our S&P favorite, will be doing his 7 keys for lifetime clients at 2:30. So I will pass on the hosting to him. You don't need to log off, just stay on put, and that's it.
Awesome. All right. So yeah, make sure to stick around after this team meeting. I'm going to pass this back to Alicia in regards to our launch and growth spotlights. You want to take that away?
Sure. Taking over for BB today.
Yeah.
Can you go back? Thank you. So Team Alicia, shout out to Eric Robinson, who closed his second and his third escrow and graduated the launch program.
Woo!
With Team Clarissa, we have Lee got her first BRE signed, and Dahlia also got a BRE signed.
Great job.
Coach K, Emmanuel took a listing, which I assume is probably already an escrow. Ada opened her first escrow, and Marwan also opened an escrow. And then with Team Vinny, this is pretty cool. Marty Barker has 4 referrals that he has sent out to outside agents. Call that mailbox money, guys.
Yeah, I was going to say that's freaking amazing because, and honestly, and even a little shout out goes to Paul Tolentino actually was able to hook up just gave a referral for a $4 million listing up north. So yay to that. So yeah, these are the opportunities that you find when prospecting. A lot of opportunities out there. If you're not wanting to do the work, pass it on to someone else. Get those referrals, right? All right, next up, let's see, risk management. Mark Miller, talk to us, bud.
Hey, everybody. Thanks, Stephen. In case of those of you that don't know, Robert's at SDA, our risk management, so we're kind of tag teaming in for him today. I just have a quick thing to share with you guys. I'll put a file in the in the chat if I can find it again. And I just wanted to talk about that market conditions advisory. This is a form that we have predefined in the listing agreement and the purchase agreement. And a lot of times I see that offers and listings are sent out and it's not included. And I just took a copy of this and I highlighted some of the key points on it. I'd like you to open it and take a quick look at it on your own. It's very what's the word I'm looking for? On point right now in this market that we're in. All of these issues that are on this form are being discussed in every transaction, and you really, really need to let the buyers know about this and sellers about this before they sign the contract. This is not something that can be added afterwards. It's really kind of the horse is out of the barn already if you give it to them after they've signed the contract. So please include this when you send your offers and listings out, along with our affiliated business arrangement disclosure. Thanks. That's all I have. Back to you, Stephen.
Awesome. Thank you, Mark, for keeping us out of jail. We really appreciate you, seriously. So, all right, gonna pass this over. So for today, our S&P Spotlight goes out to Rita with Blissful Seeds. Rita, can you tell us a little bit more about you and this organization?
Yes. So I wanted to share with you my story. I hope it takes less than 5 minutes, but we'll see. So I started this nonprofit. Blissful Seeds is actually a nonprofit and it's local. It's located in San Diego. What it does is that it empowers young adults with autism through employment. Why employment specifically? I don't know if I should share my slides with you, but it's fine. I'll keep talking. So there's several sad facts. The fact number one is that currently the autism population is around 2% of the total population of the world. So for every one child with autism, we have one child with autism for every 54, and the trend is supposed to go higher. It is actually going higher. And not only that, I know that we have put a lot of support in places for those individuals when they are young, when they are still children. But sadly, and if we go to the US Department of Labor Department, we will see on their website that they actually are aware of this problem, is that the majority of individuals with autism who are, aging out of the school system, so when they become 21 and older, they are facing so many barriers for employment, and even if they are employed, they are underpaid, and the majority of them leave their jobs, so there is no sustainability for their jobs. As a mother of child with autism, and although Michael is only 10 years old, this reality did not sit well with me. So I started researching because one of my worst nightmares was that, when I die, my kid is gonna be older, disabled, and he is gonna be the sole responsibility of his brother. And I didn't feel that it was fair for either one of my kids. So I was looking for ways that I can help my son become independent. And I came across a study that talks about customized employment. What is customized employment? It's so the person is at the in the middle of it. He's at the center. That person is at the center of the job. We create the job and we customize it based on their needs, based on their interests, and based on their capacities. This model has been proven to be successful for individuals with autism, except the fact that sadly enough, it costs a lot of money. So there's not a lot of employers that that are willing to invest for that in allowing that population to join the workforce and become successful. So Blissful Seeds is a nonprofit, and we have currently 6 employees. Each one participates according to their level, according to their abilities. And some of them work for 15 hours a week. Some of them only work for 3 hours. So it is actually every job and every task is tailored around them. This is what I think makes it, a viable and successful model. Where is your part in all of that? I always say that it takes a whole community to break the stigma of autism. So instead of us looking at these people at what they cannot do, we have to start looking at what they can do, and we have to embrace that. My part in this is that I'm helping them create amazing handmade products. Your part in that, and I'm hoping that you will join me in this journey, is to, whenever you are picking a gift for any of your clients, to think about my contractors, think about how each one bar of soap or one bath bomb means to my contractors. I mean, it's not only a beautiful and great quality product that you will be buying, but you will be giving my contractor the message that you are accepting them for who they are, you are embracing them, and we are all creating a inclusive community. Did I finish on time?
No, oh my gosh. Well, no, for something like that, honestly, I would say, I know everybody's like clapping because it's just, this is one of those things, Rita, that if this doesn't emulate the metro culture, I don't know what does, right? And it's about what you're doing here is spreading the awareness, not only the awareness, but creating this opportunity. And I love the way that we're able to say that by basically supporting this organization, by supporting your organization, we're actually showing our support for
exactly
the community, right? And saying,
this is what I wanted to explain to everybody, is that you will not be picking products that are not good. Those products are amazing. And what makes them more unique is the story behind them. So when your client, or when anybody of who you want to gift one of these products to, when they look at the message behind it, that they are getting a great quality product made with so much love by those people who are eager to prove themselves, who are eager to tell the world, yes, we have our barriers and limitation, but there's still a lot of things that we can do. I really think that this creates that community that I really, really want to leave my son in. And I think a lot of other parents, whether their children are autistic or not, they agree that everybody deserves a chance. So
I love that. Well, it's like, this is part of the, not to shamelessly plug here, but right, part of one of the KW values is to leave a legacy, right?
Yeah.
And what you're doing here, Rita, is really creating a legacy and opportunity for so many. So thank you. Like, seriously, thank you for being part of the family and telling us.
Thank you so much. I don't know if Bridget is present in the meeting, but Bridget, you are amazing for allowing me this opportunity. I'm forever grateful.
I just want to say really quickly, I just wanted to be a part of this organization because I was excited about what they were doing. But I've actually been using the soap myself. I wasn't expecting much. I didn't know. And they smell so good. I've already given them to plenty of clients. Matter of fact, Rita, I'm going to need to do another order. So thank you so much. It really is good quality, you guys. Check them out, please.
Thank you.
Love it. Yeah. So in the chat box, there's Rita's website, blissfulseeds.org. Make sure to click on that, check it out. Rita, we're blessed to have you.
Thank you. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it.
Of course, of course. All right. So next up, let's pass this on to Movement Mortgage. Wes, Amanda, Ed, I got it right this time and did not call you S. Catch us up to speed.
Guys, well, it's kind of hard to follow that. That was amazing, Rita. Thank you so much for sharing your story. My little brother is disabled, so this speaks volumes to me. I'm like, I'm gonna cry now. Jesus Christ. All right. Moving on. So we just wanted to give a shout out to you guys, say hi, give you guys a little bit of information, what's going on the mortgage side of things. I have a quick message, and then I want to introduce someone who's new to the Amanda Silver team. You guys have, a couple of you might have seen his face around the office, but currently the only, we always are talking about like when COVID hit, like what were some of the restrictions we're seeing, like what's going on with timelines, blah, blah. We've been seeing, like, we've been going right back to like 15-day, 17-day closes, which is great. So we can be a little bit more competitive for you guys and try to help you guys get some offers accepted. I think I had 2 12-day closings last week. I know Ed and Wes are having some really short closes as well with those same timelines. So if you guys need it, we can do it. And then also what I have been seeing as of the last week and a half is like major appraisal delays. And I wanted to just like take a moment to explain that like that is not in any way, shape, or form in the lender's control at all. So when we order an appraisal, it's usually a 5 business day turn time, but it's based on appraiser availability. So like I'm seeing like more like 7 business day turn times, which isn't horrible, but like when we're doing like these 10-day appraisal contingencies, it makes a big difference. So bear with us on that. If we need an extension of time, as long as we're all keeping communication, I think everyone understands that we can only do so much. I've also been seeing appraisal reports coming in like a day late, which is really weird. Like that never really happens. So appraisers are just like drowning right now. And so we need to kind of like man together, communicate, and make sure we're on the same page with that. Without further ado, I just want to say hi real quick. Anthony, please unmute yourself and say hello.
Hi, guys.
Anthony is a new loan officer on the Amanda Silver team. We've been growing so much. I wanted to have a little bit more of a chance to expand and have another loan officer on the team that is able to be there for you guys as a resource. When we open back up again, if I'm not in the office, Anthony will be there to support you guys. So again, Anthony, he'll share his information in the group chat. I know we're short on time. Wes, please talk about what's going on with rates and the bond market.
Yeah, no problem. So we just wanted to bring you guys up to speed. As Ashley's always saying, become an expert on the market and what's going on. Get those valuable pieces of information that will help in your client conversations. One thing that's coming up on our end is inflation. President's Day, we had a higher than anticipated reading on inflation from the manufacturing sector. And that caused or set off this chain reaction where now markets are anticipating more inflation. It was actually due to supply chain issues related to the pandemic. I don't know if any of you saw the stories, but like automakers need these computer chips to put into cars that they're making. They didn't have enough of them. Supply chain disruptions that were related to the pandemic. So we're going to continue to see this stuff play out as we get our consumer price index reports that follow inflation in the market. They look at year over year numbers. So, as we get the report now in March, that's February's information. And then just as we look at home prices year over year, as we're looking at March now, that subtracts that month a year ago, so that now we're looking at more recent information. And that month a year ago, when inflation was super low during the pandemic, we're losing that lower month and we're replacing it with a newer month that has a higher reading. So the expectation or the forecast that we're seeing on our side is that inflationary pressures are going to continue to increase a bit as we head into the summer. In June, July is when they're anticipating them to peak. And inflation is like the arch nemesis when it comes to interest rates. Even that little upward reading that we got around President's Day was enough to set dominoes in motion and cause an upward tick in interest rates, as I'm sure you or your clients may have noticed. So just a little fair warning that we may likely see some more inflationary pressures as we head into the summer that will also be causing interest rates up a bit. The good news is that from our analyst forecast that Amanda, Ed, and I follow, as we get over the hump in the summer, hopefully things will simmer back down and cool back down. And there's actually another recession being forecasted after the stimulus monies and the current stimulus package that they're looking at in 2022, 2023. All things that we'll put forward in a market forecast update that will be coming to you soon. The date that we did get on the books with Evie is our buyers, come to our class that we're going to virtually. We'll get you a link to sign up and attend. Is getting your buyer's offer accepted in this market, and things that we can do to help, like Amanda touched on, being able to execute the financing in a quicker time frame, putting your best foot forward, being able to do a shorter close like Amanda was talking about. That will just help your buyers stand out and shine as much as they can in this restricted inventory market. But just a quick update on what's going on our end. And as always, feel free to reach out to any of us, at Amanda or myself, afterwards if you'd like more information to share with your clients as you're having those conversations. Thanks so much for your time today. I hope you all have a great afternoon.
Awesome. Thank you, Movement, for that update. And let's see, passing this on. Next up, Culture Committee, our Culture Queen, Bridget Potterton. Talk to us.
Hey, everybody. It's almost time for our next social. A week from today, we've got our first virtual scavenger hunt. We're going to be doing a St. Patrick's Day themed scavenger hunt. We've already got the picture ready to go. Victor's been working hard to prepare with me, and we're ready for you guys. So we will see you next Wednesday, a week from today, at 2:30, right after the team meeting. We'll probably use the same link, right, Eve?
Yep.
Same link as before, so you don't even have to worry. Just stay on the team meeting. Just a reminder that we are making it this time a donation event for our Alicia in the office. So feel free, if you would like to donate, to come to the event, to our Venmo, the Metro Venmo that we have listed on the Metro page. And if you're unable to donate, don't worry, we want to have you there anyway. So we look forward to seeing you there. I guarantee you there's going to be a lot of laughs and probably even a few tears from laughing so hard. So we will see you all next Wednesday. Thanks, everybody.
Now, Bridget, this is a very important question because I know that sometimes these get a little colorful. Is this going to be recorded?
We never record our Metro events because we never know. Well, I shouldn't say we never know where they're going to go. We all know where they're going to go. So we will not be recording them.
I was going to say, safe assumption. So awesome. All right, next up, we got some property pitches for some coming soons. Miss Judy, are you able to chime in on that? You have 2 properties coming soon, right?
I do.
Yeah, talk to us about it, darling.
Okay, this lovely property is in Otay Ranch. The reason I say 3+ bedrooms is because there is a loft, and it was originally tax record says 4 bedrooms, and because the loft, they chose to keep it as the loft. Otherwise, it could be another bedroom. So it's 1913 square feet. I say showing on March 20th because I'm dyslexic. Oh, no, I'm not. But anyway, it's actually on Sunday, March 21st. And we're going to have a grand showing with all sorts of people that want to see it. So if you want to see it, let me know. Give me a heads up. My number is right there on the screen. This is a house with the garage in the back. I know some people don't like that, but other people that don't care so much about landscaping and backyards, it's a great house. Just a normal family house in a great neighborhood. They've got gyms, pools. What else do they have? Playground, clubhouse, everything. So if you're interested in that property, it's listed for $649 to $679 price range, and it goes with the comps there. And that HOA is only $55 a month, but they do have a hefty Melrose at $360. And the other property that I have is on Oak Lawn. This is a fourplex with four units. One of the buildings is a duplex. So C and D are a duplex. And this is going for $879 to $909. Each, I have 3 bedrooms. That's not right. I don't know how that got there. It's actually only 2 bedrooms, 1 bath in each unit. There's no garage. Don't know how that got there. Sorry, that's for the other unit. And the showing will be on March 20th on Saturday. So there it is. I see it's below. It says 2 bedrooms, 1 bath, 1 parking spot. And each unit is approximately 550 square feet. Some are a little bit bigger, some are a little bit smaller. And this is a great investor property, or somebody who wants to live in one of the units and rent out the other ones. That's another possibility. So that will be on Saturday, the open house. So please let me know if you have an investor that's interested. Two of the renters have to stay there. So, the other two, one is gone already and the other one is probably going to move. So let me know if you want to come to any of those. I hope that I'm going to see you there, not this weekend, but the next weekend. We're doing photos on Friday and Monday.
Beautiful.
Thank you.
Awesome. Great job, Miss Judy. Great properties. Great job. Great properties. So yeah.
And by the way, I just closed escrow on another property yesterday.
Yes,
Yay.
you did. Not surprised. Not surprised. Great job. Great job. All right, let's pass this on to the BG group. I believe y'all have it coming soon as well, yeah?
Mike.
They have a beautiful property located at 3673 Avocado Village Court, number 124 in La Mesa. This gorgeous property features 2 bedrooms and 2 baths, just over 1,000 square feet, 1-car garage, plus a dedicated parking spot. The HOA is below $300 a month. The price is below $400K, and live on March 11th, the first showing being March 12th at 9 a.m. So this is a hot opportunity. How's that pitch, right? And then also make sure that check out the chat box as well. Gary and Amy Bloom coming soon at Townhome in Claremont, 2-bedroom, 2.5 bath, just over 1,200 square feet with a 2-car garage, priced at $559. Okay, Amy, I can't keep up with you, right? These are all hot off-market opportunities. For the sake of time, make sure to either check out the chat box or reference, and if you have any questions, Miss Judy shared her contact information, the BG group for theirs, and then Gary and Amy Bloom, and just keep looking out for the chat box for more coming soon opportunities. Let's see, next up, ooh, this is exciting. All right, cool. So last week we got the opportunity to interview and actually have a staff conversation with our newest addition to the leadership team. And essentially what she's doing is going to be running our concierge service here at Metro. It is live. So while you all have plenty of opportunities, if you're looking for a leverage, if you're looking for someone that this is their jam in regards to providing different marketing materials, I'd like to pass this over to Tatiana. Tatiana, do you mind introducing yourself and sharing a little bit about what you look forward to in regards to helping us out?
Of course. Hello, everyone. I have been so excited to meet all of you. My name is Tatiana Bojorquez. I'm from Raleigh, North Carolina. And I have been hired to basically be your helping hand. So especially for new agents coming in, I would love to start setting up one-on-one meetings, getting to know their needs, of what they're looking for regarding their marketing needs. And if they're not, just don't have enough time to do everything, I want to be there for you guys. So our hope to launch the full service and website for all of you to look at is going to be by the first week of April. I'm just super excited. I also have a Google form. It's a little survey that I created for you guys. If you don't mind checking it out, I'm going to put it in the chat in a second. And then I also just wanted to say thank you so much. I'm at the office. I'm at room number 335. So if any of you guys have any questions, please feel free to just stop by, say hi, let me know what's going on.
Love it, love it. Thank you, Tatiana. And this is, I think the reason why that we, Ashley, and I really will give kudos to Ashley, our fearless leader, for really spearheading this, is that we heard you guys loud and clear, because all of the features and benefits of Command are wonderful if you have time to use them, right? And many a times, if you're just running out of time, if you're thinking, you know what, you don't want to put any, you just can't put another thing on your plate, everything that you're dealing with, Tatiana is going to be a wonderful resource to be able to help keep your business moving forward, help you stay top of mind with your clients, making sure that your brand is out there in your farm. So yeah, if you have any questions, make sure to hit up Tatiana. We also, I believe Evie sent out an email as well to help us. 3 simple questions, right? Just so we can kind of know what are your needs in regards to it. She just posted it to the chat box as well. So Tatiana's survey is going to help her out. And then our survey is going to help us out also put together additional programs to support you guys. So Thank you so much, Tatiana. We're really looking forward to working with you. Thank you. All right, so we now have about 80 people that are anxiously awaiting this next presenter. And I'll kind of set it up here. So I'm sure that many of us know about Gigi Homes. And the wonderful thing is that I was given an opportunity to meet with, Erick and Phil, affiliated with Gigi Homes. And one of the things that was most impressive to me was not just their work ethic, but also the way that they have a culture surrounding that, in my honest opinion, I would say that is very much so on par in regards to the culture and support that we provide. So whenever I get to meet other leaders, whether they're part of our company or not, when we see other leaders spearheading and providing value, these are people that we want to network with. So with Gigi Homes, the amount of volume that they do, this is an obvious opportunity for us to be able to take a look at how can we mutually benefit from a working relationship. So I'd like to pass this over. Let's see, Melissa, are you on and available?
Yes, I'm here. Can you hear me?
Yes, we can. Awesome.
Awesome. Thank you for having me today. Give me one moment to get the screen share set up and get my camera on. In the interim, I'd like to introduce Erick Gideson and Phil Green are both on. So if you guys could take it for the next 2 minutes so I can get set up, and then I'll go ahead and jump back over and go through our presentation.
Yeah, awesome. All right, cool. Yeah, talk to us, Erick and Phil.
Yeah, Steven and Evie, thank you so much for having us on, and to all the individuals that already presented. What an awesome group. Like, the culture here is amazing. And I think what Steven said was there's a similarity, and I could feel it the second I walked, came into the room virtually, right? And so that's really amazing, the culture that you guys have here. I just see people helping people. There's a lot of winning going on in this organization too. So round of applause to all you guys on that. That's awesome. So we love it. We're so fortunate to have this opportunity today. Melissa's going to rock the house and hopefully bring just a ton of value to each and every one of your businesses in regard to partnering with investors or just looking at additional ways to find inventory. I know I saw in the chat there are some issues with finding inventory. This market is crazy right now, right? And so we might have a little something that might be able to help everyone here in the chat coming up here in just a few minutes when Melissa starts presenting. So stay tuned for that. But we're very fortunate here at Gigi Homes. We our core business is we're a buyer in the San Diego market. We buy, renovate, and resell properties. We do Airbnbs. We do some long-term holds. And we're able to handle some creative solutions. I know sometimes you get into some transactions and these sellers have certain needs and requirements, and sometimes we might be a good fit, other times we might not be. So we're super excited to share that with each and every one of you today. And so if you have any questions on my end, feel free, shoot me a direct message. I'll leave my contact info in the chat. I know Melissa's going to rock the house here in a second. And Phil, are you with us here? Did you want to have a quick comment?
Yeah, guys, I'm pumped. I love the energy, Steven. Wow. I just feel it. I was like, wow. I know some of the faces here. I see John, Vinny. Vinny and I go way back, actually. He's quite the middle linebacker. He's a nice little teddy bear, but trust me, on the football field, he's an animal. I see a lot of faces here, I know, guys, and I look forward to meeting everybody, especially when we get a chance to all meet sometime, hopefully in the not so distant future. So I think it's getting closer and closer to where we can return to normal life. But still, I mean, the energy is great. I feel like these virtual rooms have just taken a whole new meaning. But yeah, guys, we're here to help you. We have all kinds of value we can add, and Melissa's going to go through it from connections on contracting and just so much she has in store for you guys. I'm excited. She's our director of operations, and she just knows so much about the business. She'll kind of go through and highlight. She's been doing this for over 20 years. I mean, she's ran some pretty big organizations. Any creative way, any crazy solution with title, something you think you can't solve it, I'm telling you, there's probably a way to solve it. I mean, right now, she just found a solution where we're literally taking a condo conversion. We're putting the HOA in place. We're working out a deal with the DRE, and we're going to have 10 more single-family homes available, for sale in this area. So, I mean, the crazy stuff she can do, it's just incredible. We've learned a lot. And since she's joined the organization, I mean, we've gained so much. So I'm really excited to have her here and to have her present to you guys today. So I know we had a little bit of an internet issue. Hopefully she's going to be able to keep her internet. If she has to drop out on the video, that's why, guys. I apologize. They're having some maintenance at her place. So hopefully she can keep that video. But if she has to turn it off, that's why, just to give you guys a heads up in advance. But It looks like we're okay right now, but just wanted you guys to know just in case.
Fingers crossed.
Yeah, we're good for now. Kind of.
All right.
You're pixeling a little, Melissa, but you're still
Am
there.
I? All right. I may have to turn it off. So like I said, I apologize, guys. My Spectrum has not been my best internet here as of lately, but I will go as long as I can. If at any time I start to sound like a robot or I freeze, if somebody could just let me know, and I'll either have Phil or Eric take over or just turn off my camera. With that said, we'll go ahead and get started. Can you guys see my screen?
Yep.
All right, perfect. So I'm going to go through. Before we get started, Phil kind of touched on a little bit of my background, just to let you know a little bit about me. I have been in the industry now for 19 years. I have had companies on my own, as well as been with several large companies here in California. I'm currently, obviously, with GG Homes as their Director of Acquisitions, and I am helping them grow and scale from just a localized San Diego company to hopefully all of California here by the end of the year, and set our sights on additional marketplaces across the US as soon as we get our legs underneath us and find success in those areas. So it's a very exciting time for us. I've personally done, I think I'm approaching close to 5,000 investments and flips right now. So I definitely have been around for a while. I'd like to say there's not a situation I haven't seen before, but every day seems to surprise me. So I will definitely knock on wood when I say that, because I've gotten thrown some doozies lately. So if anybody ever has questions in regards to structuring a transaction, how to get something through, if you think that there is absolutely no way to get something done, I guarantee you there might be a solution to it. I consider myself a real estate wizard, and that is really what my strength and background is. It's being able to do the impossible. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get started. This is GG Homes and Keller Williams Metro of San Diego. So who we are, GG Homes has been around since 2014. You have Phil Green here, who is on the call. He is one of our owners, along with Paul Green and Mark Green. It's an absolutely amazing group. I joined them specifically, not only for the company culture, but for their forward thinking, their ethics, their beliefs, the way they handle business. And it was a very easy decision for me to make, because our values and everything fell completely in line. And I can't say that about a lot of other investment companies. So please know that GG is one of the good ones, and I wouldn't be here otherwise. But they did start in 2014. They've currently purchased, I believe we're approaching close to 750 homes right now. I'd have to go back and check. And we're on track to do a hair over 200 to 250 flips this year in just the San Diego market. So a very exciting time for us as well. Personally, and aligned with GG now, my entire business model for the better part of the last decade has been interfacing and working directly with brokerages and real estate agents. It is my favorite way to get business done. You're never going to hear me cold calling sellers on the phone or doing anything like that. It just doesn't fit my personality, which is absolutely amazing, because now I get to be here at GG and bring you guys these programs and these value add opportunities, so that I'm not just somebody that's sending you a text or shooting you an email asking you for your fixers or your pocket listings. I'm here to actually provide value to you guys and give back to you, so I can add to your business models to increase your lead generation, to increase your buyers, yours listings. And in turn, I hope that maybe that'll drive us, an extra deal or two or fixer per year. So our entire presentation today and everything I'm going to go through is strictly tailored to you guys here at Keller Williams Metro, because we are so excited to be able to be here, be in front of you guys. So I really want to add some value and show you what we're capable of doing and earn your business and your trust. So where do we buy? We are a fix and flip investment firm. So we are going to purchase properties, anything that has a value add, anything that we can go in and increase that property's value. And I'll go through those specific things here in a moment. But where do we buy? All of San Diego County. So we'll go as far south as San Ysidro, as far north as Fallbrook, and every city in between. There are certain outlier cities that we do avoid. We're not going to do a lot of the border cities, just because there's not a huge market out there. So Potrero, Campo, those areas we do tend to avoid. But other than that, we'll pretty much take a look at absolutely anything. Mount Laguna and Borrego, those are typically out of the question. But for the most part, I would say we cover about 95% of the cities across San Diego County. We did just start our expansion into Orange County and LA. So if you guys have anybody up there that would benefit from the programs that I have available or from working with us, I would definitely welcome those referrals. Or if you guys have any clients up there or have any needs in LA or OC, we are here to service those areas as well. So what do we buy? We buy single family condos and townhomes, duplex twin homes, and 2 units in multifamily. Basically any residential product on the market with the addition of multifamily. And what do we look to do? So we do fix and flip. We do coastal Airbnbs and short-term vacation rentals. We do long-term rental holds. We do SDSU student housing. We'll do development, we'll do build outs, and we do ADUs and junior ADUs right now on a lot of our properties. So we really do have our finger on the pulse. Everything within like ADUs or build outs, multifamily, it's a very niche style product. It's not as just kind of across the board as a single family fix and flip, so to speak. So if you come across any of those, it's definitely more of an intense underwriting. There's a lot more factors that go into it. Or if you guys have any questions in regards to zoning, what can be built, how to list a property, if you're looking for that additional value adds for your own clients, just because we are not purchasing the property doesn't mean I'm not here to add value to you guys. So any questions you ever come across or have, everything from our list of purveyors, our contractors, I can give you guys discounts at everything from, Home Depot, H cabinets. You would get our wholesale pricing because we have our construction company. So all of that, we can pass that value on to you, and you in turn can pass that value on to all of your clients as well. The rule of thumb for anything that we are looking to purchase is basically anything we can add value to. If it's, currently a 2-1 in South Park, but it's got a big lot and we can throw out 4 additional units in the back, that is a value add opportunity. If there is a single family residence in Carlsbad coastal area and we can add units to the back and turn it into a gigantic Airbnb, that is a value add opportunity. Everything from, infill development, SDSU, we absolutely love. The University City area, we absolutely love. Condos in UTC, we absolutely love. I mean, you guys know as well as I do, the market is absolutely on fire right now. So we will take a look at absolutely anything you come across. What doesn't
Melissa,
work for us?
real quick,
Yes.
we had a question from Lee in the group chat. Could you go over real quick on what an ADU is? I know there might be a couple questions on that.
Yep.
I know it's kind of a hot topic that's newer for
Not a
the
problem.
industry.
Yeah, so an ADU is an accessory dwelling unit. So it's basically an additional unit or structure you're going to add to your current property there's benefits to it from the city, depending on the zoning and where you're putting it in. There's additional everything from permits getting through easier. Let me try and think. I believe it was about 2 years ago, the city of San Diego, in order to kind of provide more housing and more affordable housing, streamline the ADU process. So the ability to build them, the ability to get them permitted, completed, and finished is far less expensive than doing a ground up build out. The point of that was so that people could rent those out or provide additional housing, being that there's no more land being made here in San Diego and housing is definitely an issue. So that was kind of to incentivize individual homeowners to be able to, put additional properties on their properties. So you can do ADUs, which is accessory dwelling units, and then a lot of times you can do a junior ADU. And it all just depends on your lots, your setbacks, the zoning, the area, what's there. So if you guys have any questions in regards to ADUs, please feel free to reach out. I can definitely pass along any of the knowledge that we have. I know both Phil and Eric are putting ADUs on their properties right now, so they would be great, valuable resources as well if you ever want to pick their brains. Any other questions in regards to that?
Yeah, I hope that helped answer your question, Lee. And these are an amazing tool for your clients. Just to understand the options, you can build up to 1,200 square feet attached or detached now in the city of San Diego, a little bit less in some of the other cities, but most of them are up to about 1,200 square feet. Plus, you can do garage conversions. These are incredible value add opportunities. And so whether it's us taking a look at something or for some of your clients, huge value. If you have any questions, Melissa knows all about them. She'll be more than happy to connect you to that information. So we'll keep going. Thank you for that question, by the way.
Yeah, Eric, I'm not staring at the chat, so if anything else comes up, please feel free to jump in because I'm looking at the screen and then all of these beautiful faces here on my Zoom. Okay, so let's keep going. What doesn't work for us? Anything listed on the MLS if you guys are not the listing agent. I have a gigantic team here at GG that only hunts on the MLS, some only work with agents, and some only work direct to sellers. So if it's on a hot sheet, if it's a brand new listing, chances are we're already on it. We have somebody in the office that tracks those on a daily basis. So we're not looking for you to, send stuff over to us that's actively listed on the MLS by another agent. The only time something like that would work is, say you have a client that's currently in escrow. Maybe you guys found out there was foundation issues or plumbing issues, roofing issues. There's any number of things that would allow a deal to fall out for a conventional buyer. If something like that happens and you know that it's going to warrant a cash offer, before you guys drop out of escrow, give us a call and see if we might be able to still work with you and sub us in as the new buyer. I have that happen all the time. So definitely keep us in mind for those, but don't shoot over just, random active listings from other agents on the MLS. We don't do dirt. We're not looking for any undeveloped land, anything that doesn't have utilities as an entitled, anything like that. For the most part, we're not really looking at land. We're not complete ground up developers, although we will do development, infill development, and property build outs. We're not currently buying manufactured or mobile homes. It's just not in our wheelhouse. It's different financing and a completely different beast. So we tend to stray away from those. However, we're never going to leave money on the table. So if there's an absolute fire deal and it makes sense, by all means, bring it to us. But for the most part, that's not in our wheelhouse either. Large commercial apartment complexes, we'll do multifamily. We're not really set up to do the 200, 300, 400, 500 unit apartment complexes or anything like that. So those we typically shy away from. Industrial or agriculture, not really in our wheelhouse either. Office buildings, I come across a lot of those right now, especially with the pandemic and COVID. Not really in our wheelhouse at the moment, although I do have a handful of buyers that are looking for a warehouse and other commercial spaces. So if you're ever looking for an additional buyer or come across any of those, please reach out and I'll be able to put you directly in connection with those individuals. And then any product that's not conforming to its neighborhood or location. And what I mean by that is we typically try to stay within 80 to 120% of the median price point for any zip. So I don't want to be the $1 million home in Encanto because that's not what that neighborhood or that zip code supports. On the flip side, you don't really want to be that little 500 square foot, 1,000 square foot lot in the middle of Rancho Santa Fe. That's not what that area supports. We want to make sure that our product is conforming. You'll also find, especially in certain neighborhoods, those gigantic, just way overbuilds. Everything's a 1,200 square feet, and then you come across this one property that's a 7-bedroom, 5-bath, and 4,000 square feet. Those we tend to shy away from as well. It's very hard to comp. It's very hard to appraise, and that's not really what the buyer pool in general is looking for in that area. So just little things to note. The benefits of working with us as a buyer. We provide very quick responses. A lot of times, especially if I'm in front of the computer and not out at properties, if you get me on the phone, I can go through and underwrite a property right there with you on the phone and let you know what our ballpark price would be. We can close incredibly fast. I typically like a week, but we've done it, in as little as 3 days if absolutely necessary. We are experienced buyers. I sit on the operations side. Erick sits on the sales side. Phil sits on the very, very top of the food chain side. And so we have an in-house analyst. I've got escrow managers. I mean, there's absolutely no hand-holding that goes into doing a deal with us. And me personally, and I can say the same for Gigi, which is kind of why I joined them, my word is my honor. I would have nothing in this world if it wasn't for my reputation. The only way I've been able to build an entire business off of working directly with real estate agents is by keeping my word. You guys know San Diego is a big city, but it is a very, very little community. So just know that if I ever give you a word, if we ever go into contract on something, we are not the buyers that are going to go back and nickel and dime you. We're not the ones that are going to retrade you. We're not going to be the ones that play games and don't put the EMD in. We really do. Our word is our honor, and I take that extremely seriously. So I want you guys to know that we do everything we can to make sure our due diligence is done up front, and any offer prices we're giving you guys are absolutely rock solid. We're here to make your jobs easier, not harder. We are an all cash buyer. Right now, we are currently buying, I think, probably right about 25 to 30 deals per month. So we have a very, very high volume that comes in and out. Like I said, there's absolutely no hand holding. There's no headaches. I'm here to provide value to you. Like I said, all of our inspections we can typically do in 24 to 48 hours. All we need is about 30 minutes in any property. As long as you guys can guarantee clear and marketable title and provide disclosures up front, we can go in on a fully non-contingent offer. Our structures, really vary on what your client's needs are. I've had ones where we close in 5 days and then we give them another 60 days in the property so they can cash everything out and go find a new property in Montana or Idaho. There's properties where we've gone in and helped them parcel everything out so that we can take half of it to the dump and help them donate the other half. We can take care of problem tenants. I mean, whatever it is, there's probably a workaround or a fix for it. So if you come across something that you don't think is sellable with a seller that's interested in selling, I guarantee you, talk to me. We're going to find a way to make those work. And the number one benefit of working with us is you guys get to triple in your deals. So you're going to be representing your sellers. You're going to be representing us as a buyer. And then once the renovations are complete, we turn around and give the property back to you guys to relist for the full relist. So 2.5% plus the 2.5 CBB. Plus we are taking care of all of the staging, all of the photos. We have our full in-house team there at your disposal. Really all you're doing is listing it on the MLS, taking those phone calls and sending over the offers. So it's a great opportunity for you guys not to only get more numbers and transactions under your belt, but take a singular commission and triple, if not even quadruple it, because obviously you know that property's coming back, you've got buyers. So a lot of times we even see the agents that relist for us also bring us a buyer. So they're literally turning one client into 4 separate commissions, which is amazing. So now to our value add programs. Before I go into the value that I wish to bring to you and how I'm going to help you guys increase your business models, do you guys have any questions as far as who we are, what we do, and what we're buying?
How are we looking on time, Stephen? Are we good?
Got 10 minutes here. Yeah, we're loving. We're excited about this part, right?
Great.
All right,
Let's do it.
keep going. All right. So our value add programs. The first one is going to be our off-market property list. So as I said earlier, we are buying about 25 to 30 homes per month. So we have a very, very extensive list of properties in varying stages. So weekly, we go ahead and send out our off-market property list. That property list will have all of the properties we're about to close escrow on, which means that if you have other investors, if you have any cash buyers, if you have somebody looking for a value add property, we can wholesale those out to your buyers. So you have access to those properties before we even close escrow on them. So it's a great opportunity if you are personally looking for any type of investments or you have any investors, any other investors you currently work with. And then the rest of the list, you'll see everything that we currently have in construction, everything that's coming to market the next week, and then everything that's about to be listed that week. You guys have access to those properties here being a part of Keller Williams. So feel free to, let your buyers know that you have access to that off-market list. It's valuable right now being that there's absolutely no inventory. So having that list, having access, being able to get out there, see those properties, we'll normally let you in, I would say anywhere between 24 to maybe like 72, 96 hours before. We do move very, very fast on our properties. We'd let you guys in sooner, but it's kind of a construction or liability hazard if you guys are walking through and we don't have flooring, people are in hard hats and the walls are down to the studs. So once the property gets buttoned up and it's in safe condition, let us know if there's ever any properties you want to look at. I'll be able to give you the pricing. You can get out there, show your clients, and hopefully we can sell it to you directly while it's off market. Just know that in this current market situation, they would need to come in with a very, very strong offer because we don't want to leave money on the table. And so we will do it. We have done it. We enjoy doing it, but it's going to have to be a rock solid offer if we're going to sell it off market. Right now, most of the stuff we're listing is going anywhere from 7 to about 14% over asking. And our list prices already surprise me. I already think we're not going to get any showings. We're not going to get anything. And then by the end of any given weekend, we've had 65 people through and 20 offers sitting on my desk to go through. So the market is crazy. But again, we provide value to those that provide value to us. So even just being here and getting the opportunity to earn your business and your trust means the world to us. So we want to work with you guys, and however we can help you get your buyers into properties, especially if they're ours, we are here to help and work with you. Before I am done, I will put our opt-in link in the chat, so that way if you guys are interested in receiving that off-market inventory and that newsletter, you'll receive that. The newsletter also has any current wholesales that we have, both here in San Diego, Orange County, as well as LA. So you'll have access to see all of those the second those come available in real time. And now my favorite one, an iBuyer agent program. So we just finished developing all of this. I mean, we are literally waiting for the web developer to give us the thumbs up so we can turn these sites live. So you guys will be the very first people that we are offering this to. And I'm kind of a nerd, so I'm really excited. So what we've created is a very specific iBuyer program for you guys. And the reason for doing this is we've got Open Door, we've got Redfin now, we've got Zillow. In my personal opinion, I don't want them here in San Diego. They are gigantic corporate companies. They don't know the neighborhoods. They don't know the communities. They add no value. They actually take away from everything, in my own personal opinion. So although iBuyer is a very large buzzword, and although it does provide an amazing platform for people to sell on their terms and their way, the way they go about doing business, I would rather see it come through you guys as agents. You are the experts in your area. You are the experts in your field. And the bigger they get, the more you guys get crunched out. And I'm not a big fan of that. You guys provide, you have a fiduciary responsibility to your clients. You guys take care of the people in the neighborhood. You're not trying to take away from them. So I know sometimes you're going to get a really bad taste in your mouth when you hear an instant cash offer or iBuyers. You think it's kind of, lowball offers and things like that, but that's not the case, especially if you guys are involved. You guys have the ability to provide that to your clients. And let me explain to you how. So how do you become an iBuyer agent? With a little help from GG Homes. We are going to be your instant cash offers. So whether you are utilizing what I'm about to go through, or if you guys have a listing appointment you're going on and you want to pitch them a cash offer and a listing, give us a call. I can give you all of the details. You can type up an offer, we'll sign it, and you can take it with you. There's not many agents that are going to show up to a house as a real estate agent with a cash buyer option. So any listing appointment, I would always urge you guys, reach out, let me know. I'll give you those numbers. We'll sign an offer and just take it with you. That way you are giving them options, you are empowering them, and you're showing them that you are a step above all of your competition. So here's what we have for you guys. This site right here is going to be our new iBuyer site for you guys. We're going to have just a one branded website, and then the backslash would be your name. So it would be, and I don't know exactly what that site is called. Like I said, I'm still waiting on our web developer. This is something we are just launching this week. But just as an example, it would be like a iBuyer.com / Stephen Jack / Melissa Mesa / Phil Green. So all of your personal information, if you notice here, there's absolutely no mention of GG Homes. These are all branded directly to you guys as a lead generation site. We will provide you guys the marketing tools, and we will create these websites for you guys completely for free. It'll have your name and picture, it'll have your contact information, and all of your BRE and licensing information. The second a home seller enters any of their information here, if they want that cash, instant cash offer, what happens is there's a direct email that goes to you guys to let you know, hey, Bob Smith on 1234 Main Street is interested in an instant cash offer. I will immediately go through, underwrite the property. I'm then reaching back out to you guys. I don't receive their name, their phone number. I just get a property address and what agent it belongs to. I have absolutely no goal in stealing any of these leads, taking anything from you, or capitalizing on any of the leads that come in. Therefore, I didn't even want to receive that information. So I don't get it. I just get the property address and what agent it comes from. I'll then go through, I'll underwrite the property, and I will let you know what that instant cash offer is. That will then give you the opportunity to interface directly with that lead. If they're interested in the cash offer, great, we'll move forward, and boom, you guys have a deal that's done as an iBuyer agent, and we are the buyer. If they don't like it, then you guys have a potential listing lead. You know, it's somebody that's actively interested in selling their home. So it's just another way for you guys to market yourself and squeeze out those Zillow, Redfins, and Open Doors and everybody else that's trying to take over market share. You guys are the experts, so let's lift you up. Let's get your name out there and let everybody know that what they do, you guys can do, and you can do it 10 times better. So when would a home seller consider selling their home this way is probably one of the biggest questions I get. Why wouldn't somebody just take it directly to market? So the main reasons I normally see is job relocation, poor property condition. If it requires the seller wants to remain in the property for a lengthy time past the close of escrow, we can always accommodate those, especially now where people are equity rich and income poor. If they want to move on, they want to get a new property, they want to use the money within their house, it makes a lot of sense for them to be able to close quickly and then go ahead and figure out what they're doing after the fact. If you have a traditional buyer on the MLS, chances are they're not going to be as flexible with those terms. Right now, I'm seeing a lot of people putting in offers on new homes. They're move-up buyers. So they want that instant cash offer. They want that guaranteed offer. They don't want to waffle back and forth. They don't want to go through inspections, requests for repairs, go in and out of escrow. So the instant cash offer is perfect for that opportunity. Anybody facing foreclosure, behind on payments, troubled tenants is a big one right now because of the eviction moratorium. Bring those to us. We will find a way around. We will buy those. Decision fatigue, it's a real thing. There's so much going on in the state of the world. Everything moves so fast. Decision fatigue is real. So having the ability to know that you want to sell your house, having somebody come in, give you a non-contingent offer, close quickly, no headaches, no problems, that is worth its weight in gold. COVID concerns we're seeing a lot of right now, death or inheritance, and then just to alleviate the stress of people going through the home, inspections, and anything else. So last 2 slides here as we wrap up. Things for agents to keep in mind. Obviously, not every deal is going to work for a cash buyer. We just want to be able to empower you guys to give your clients that option, but it is the new buzzword. So please market yourself as an iBuyer agent. Let's take the power away from the gigantic companies and put it back in the hands of the people that matter. The only advice I would have to you when going through this model is listen to your clients and ask the right questions. Do they need more time in the home? Will the property qualify for financing? Is this a divorce situation? Are we going to have to navigate some, hefty emotions here, which we're very good at doing, by the way? Do they need help moving? Some things that's as simple as getting somebody out there and packing stuff and putting it in a truck. Really, sky is the limit. We are here to add value to you guys. Whatever your clients need, regardless of what the request might be, might seem silly to you. Chances are we've probably heard it before and we know how to accomplish it or get it done. It's just very helpful to know, what their driving decisions are. That way we can tailor and structure the terms to exactly what they're looking for that makes sense for their family and their financial situation. As you guys know, negotiations aren't always solely financial. It always isn't just exactly that price. There's a lot of emotions and different moving parts that go into a happy sale. So learning what they really want is going to be the way that we're going to work around that to figure out how to fix their problems and put them in a better situation than they had when they met you. So how to sell the cash offer versus the traditional listing approach. Like I said, when you guys go to these listing appointments and everything else, reach out, take our cash offers with you. I always emphasize education over selling. Let them know their options. Let them know why. Go through the numbers. The second they have all of the information they need and they realize that you are that local area expert and you are providing value to them and looking out for their best interest, having that knowledge empowers them to make the decision. So regardless of which direction they go, doesn't matter to us. We just want to be here to provide those cash offers to you guys. And like I said, hopefully pick up a few more deals a year. And remember, you guys are the experts. So your clients will always find value in this approach and never hesitate to reach out to us. So with that said, thank you guys very much. I am Melissa Meza, and I, on behalf of GG Homes, from the whole team and everybody else, I really appreciate the opportunity to sit here and talk to you guys and present. Hopefully I'll get to know some of you that I don't already know on more of a one-on-one basis. If you guys ever need anything at all, I am always available. My contact information is there on the screen. It's melissa@gghomessd.com. My cell phone, 858-666-5200, or you can find me at www.ibuySD.com/Melissa. Thank you very much. Have a wonderful day.
Y'all are so amazing. Let's give a nice virtual applause for Melissa, Eric, and Phil. Thank you so much, guys. This is absolutely monumental in regards to, again, those off markets, so we can actually speak intelligently about our competitive edge for our buyers. Not only that, but an additional lead generation source for the iBuyer program. Awesome, guys. So we're really excited to be able to have this type of partnership where we can mutually benefit and just take out those big head honchos, right? Take out the Zillow, take out those other people, right? Let's do this together.
I agree.
Right. Yeah, thank you so much. I'm seeing the chat box blowing up. We are eternally grateful for you. Now, actually, what we're going to do is pass this on to Eric for additional value in regards to the Eric, what's the program called again?
7 keys for life. We're not talking. Are you talking to me?
Oh, yes. Oh, sorry. Yes, I should probably clarify.
I got a little confused. My apologies.
Sorry to confuse you. Yes, sharpest guy we know.
Cool. Okay. Yes, stick around for the class I'm putting on right now. Is 7 keys for lifetime client retention. There's lead gen, and then there's client retention. A long-term business must have both. So I'll be teaching simple and effective strategies to become irreplaceable and stay top of mind forever with your clients. So who's coming with me? Yes or yes? That's what I thought. Yes, I can hear you through your mutes. So I'm excited. So are we just rolling right into it right now? Is that the play?
So it's all yours,
Yeah,
Erick.
it's all you. I was going to say this concludes our team meeting, and stick around for Erick for this additional value.
Super. All righty. Well, I appreciate the floor, and I absolutely am excited to be here. And I'm going to give everyone 30 seconds to a minute here, as people are going to be jumping off, so my screen's not running all over the place. But I know a lot of people have time blocked this, and I absolutely do not intend on wasting a moment of your time. While we get everyone settled here, if you have to use the bathroom, go run, make a quick bathroom break. I'm going to really roll into it in about 2 minutes or less. But while we get settled here, just tell you a little bit about myself and my business, and the reason that the knife guy is on your Zoom right now talking about client retention. So I started selling knives and changing lives with Cutco 14 years ago. Okay, our team has been working with the Metro office for almost a decade, helping people stay top of mind forever. And I love being with the Metro office. I was here last week. For those of you who don't know what we do exactly, and I'll touch on it before I get out of here, but we take a brand of extraordinarily high quality knives. Yeah, John's got them. I see you, John. Hands up. Yep, we got custom engrave them with your name. Yep, Robert. I love everyone holding up Cutco right now. We custom engrave them with your name, your logo, your tagline. Keeps you top of mind, puts you in the most used room in the entire household. I'll go over a little of the details on that before I go. But what's most exciting about our business, and kind of what brings us all here together today, is in my 14-year career selling Cutco, I've sold over $3 million worth of knives. And in the last year, our team averages, and if you're taking notes, I'll write this down, averages, Mindy, I love you for your first closing, getting it, averages 80%, that's 80% repeat or referral-based business. That's incoming repeat referral-based business. Okay, wave your hands in the air like you just don't care if you'd be interested in building a business that's even 50% repeat referral-based business. Yes or yes, right? And it's not an overnight success, but it is rather simple. And what I'll be teaching today and what I'm offering you is my 7 keys for lifetime client retention. Simple and effective strategies to stay top of mind forever. So let's get into it. I'm also, I have before I forget and we get into it too, I'm an author. I wrote a book a few years ago. I know a couple people have copies of it. It's called The Power to Change. I'm also on the board of a nonprofit. So for me, it's all about selling knives and changing lives. And I take that to heart completely. But our clients, client retention. Okay, I'm pretty sure I can screen share here. I've got a beautiful little PowerPoint. Let me make sure that's all pulled up and ready to rock. And I'll just talk about it as we go. But client retention, it begins with a mindset. And the mindset is simple. The mindset is, as Mary Kay Ash would say, is to be more in love with your clients than you are with your business. Let me pull this up here, presenter mode. There we go. And it's a little screen share here. Boom. Ryan White, I can see you. Wave your hand. You can see my screen. Love it. Cool. Be more in love with your clients than you are with your business. Okay. Be more in love with the relationships than you are with the statistics, the goals, the metrics. Those things are important. However, it must be more about the people than it is about the business. Mary Kay Ash, she is the founder of Mary Kay Cosmetics. And I love what she says because I'm always reminding myself of this when I'm dealing with clients or friends or anybody for that matter. Walk around as if everyone has a sign around their neck that says, make me feel important. Okay. And your job is to be a detective and find out what that is, right? What's that special thing about somebody that makes them feel important? And utilize that, build these relationships, think long-term. It's not just about churn and burn and lead gen all the time. Of course, it's important. But before we get into the meat and potatoes, my 7 keys, I want to share with you a couple of very daunting numbers. You might be like, Erick, why is client retention the lifeblood of a long-term business? Let me show you here. Slide next. Oh, we're going too fast. There we go. So according to Forbes, you might want to write these notes down. I'm happy to share the PowerPoint with everyone afterwards. Of course, we're going to have time for some Q&A. So write down your questions. Happy to go into it at the end here. According to Forbes, 68% of people will leave their salesperson because they feel as if their salesperson is indifferent towards them. Simply put, they don't feel the love. Okay, that's real estate, that's loans, that's knife sales, that's car sales, that's insurance. That's all sales in general, but they're moving on because they're not feeling appreciated. This is, my opinion, this next number here, 5, is the most important number when it comes to remembering why client retention is so key. Okay, because we all know this intuitively or not, it's 5 times more expensive to get a new client than it is to retain a current one. And time consuming, which is your 2 most valuable assets, right? Your time and your marketing budget. And I don't plan on wasting either of those at all today. And then again, 5, according to Forbes, if you increase your client retention by 5%, meaning you keep 5% more of your people, it can increase profitability, that is dollars in your pocket, by up to 75%. Who's with me? Nod if you're with me. That is money, yeah, right? Perfect. So now in our association or in our world, it's even smaller. Okay. National Association of Realtors say that only 9% of people, 9, not 90, can name their realtor 2 years after a transaction. Okay. 86% of your clients, 86 said they would work with you again. But according to NAR, only 12% of people use the same realtor 2 or more years after a transaction. So shout it out. Remember, I can hear you through your mute, so you don't have to unmute, but I can hear you. Why? Why do we go from 86%, from 9 out of 10 to 1 out of 10? Because you're not top of mind. Exactly. You got it. 100% every time. I'm loving it. You're the best audience ever. So what I want to go into today is really simple strategies of converting a satisfied client into a raving fan client. Why do I have this picture here? So if you're looking at it, you can see a picture of our lovely couple here. That's the satisfied client. They're the 86% of people who are signing on that line right there saying, hey, we're Mr. and Mrs. Jones, Johnny Realtor. We'll call you. I appreciate you. I got your magnet. It doesn't stick to my fridge or anything, but right? This raving fan over here, on the other end, he hears a conversation about real estate and he makes sure that conversation ends with you being introduced to that person or couple, whoever it is. Okay, so what I want to talk about is converting a satisfied client or satisfied customer into a raving fan. Why is there an ATM machine here in the middle? I ask you a question here. What do you own as a realtor or lender? What do you own? You only own one thing. Okay, no one here owns realtor.com or Zillow or Trulia, right? Nobody here is the president of NAR. You own your relationships. You own your database. You own your people. And of course, lead gen is important, but you must cultivate the land that we're on. When you can make a shift from a hunting mentality to a farming mentality to actual cultivation of the relationships that you have, and maybe you don't have a ton of clients to start with, and that's fine if you've only been in business for 5 months, right? But I'm going to show you a couple ways that you can implement a building that faster and making it go from there. The ATM machine, though, that represents your database. That represents what you own. And one day you're going to want to leave this business, whether that's through selling your team or retirement. And you hope that you haven't been putting in a bunch of $0 bills. And I'm not calling people worthless by any means. I'm just saying for your long-term benefit of referrals, that's not very worth much. So we're going to go through it today. Before we get into, real simple put there, and we talked about this, we own as our relationships. Everybody here knows a business is only as strong as its key employee and client relationships. And I want to talk about this for just a second because people ask me all the time, especially being in the gifting industry for over a decade. Oh, Eric, I don't need to give a gift. My service is my gift. And now, yeah, Mindy's shaking her head. That's fine. If you're in a field like dentistry, where, how many options are there for dentists in San Diego? Not that many. And how hard is it to become a dentist, right? It's 7 years, a couple $100,000 in debt. And I'm not taking anything away from anyone on this call, but is there any competition in the real estate world? I'm looking at 28 other people on this screen who you're competing against. And I'm not saying anything negative, but the point is giving great service is great, but you must go above and beyond. In a world where people can jump on a mountaintop through their cell phone and shout your name, giving great service is a requirement. And now hear this. When I say giving a gift, and some of you might be thinking like, is this Cutco guy about to talk about giving Cutco knives for the next 25 minutes? No. When I say a gift is anything. A gift is a gesture. A gift can be a phone call. A gift can be a letter, a handwritten note, a Facebook comment. a light, as simple as that. And we're going to get into these different things, but you have to do something, you have to go above and beyond. So let's get into it. Let's talk about these 7 keys. As we go through these things, I'm challenging you. Okay, whether you've been in business for 5 months or 5 decades. Okay, 3 things. Number 1, these are going to go from simple to complex. Number 1, have you heard it before? You're probably going to see these things like, oh, I've heard that. I've heard that. Okay, cool. Are you doing it? Have you done it? And then most importantly, do you have a system in place so you don't have to think about it and it's happening automatically, right? The bottom line is, I love it. Mike's comments, like I can't read all comments. I'm going to look at my favorite. Yep, and it led to a list. Mike, I love it. Led to a list. So Mike said in the comments here, I thank someone for liking my Facebook post. It led to a listing appointment. In fact, I have a special treat for y'all today. So stick around because I'm going to do something on this Zoom that I've literally never done before in any presentation I've ever done. I'm going to do a live video example of one of the things that I'm talking about. And the reason it's so important is because, and Mike reminded me here, and we'll get into it. I don't want to get too distracted here. I got a direct response from one of those videos for a a referral basically just before this call. So it all happened live and I'll kind of walk you through that, but it's something everyone on this call, no matter where you are, who you are, can change the dynamic of their business. So appreciate that, Mike. And look, here, you work hard for your clients, all right? You lead gen, you prospect, you build client relationships. Doesn't it make sense that they only use you in the future? Yes or yes? Right. So here's the punchline, folks. It's not your client's job to remember you. It is your responsibility and obligation to make sure they never have the opportunity to forget about you. That's simple. So number 1, again, you can shout things out. It's all good. What do you own as a realtor or lender? You own your database, your relationships. Remember what Mary Kay says, be more in love with the people, the relationships, than you are with the business. So starting at number 1 is a simple mindset shift, and it's one different word. But when you order from Sharp Retention, when you order from us, you don't go into a database. You go into a people base. Because to us, you're not data. You are a person with goals, trials, tribulations, struggles, family, things you want to do, places you want to be, places you want to go. So it's that simple baseline mindset shift of these are people. This isn't just a database to touch 33 times a year with an email marketing campaign that gets less than a 20% open rate, or this isn't just things we're going to send flyers to mindlessly hoping that they get it, right? So number 1 is having an organized CRM. I'm always, somewhat surprised when people like have a business and they don't have a CRM. That's customer relationship management system. I know KW has a system already in place. Again, we're starting simple here, but we're going to get more complex, especially with that bottom number there. But also, are you calling upon it to add value 2 to 4 times a year? I remember when all this crazy COVID stuff happened, we all started doing all the client care calls. I called every single person in my people base to send them these cool videos that our team had done to make them look awesome when they're giving the gifts. The point is, what value can you add? And I'm going to give you some suggestions on the future steps of different ways that you can do that. But the bottom line is the fortune is in the follow-up. Okay. Also, according to Forbes, now this number down here at the bottom, I really need you to hear, because moving forward from here, much of what I talk about is going to be applied to this demographic of people. 80% of your future business will come from 20% of your current clients. Okay, 80% of your future business will come from 20% of your current clients. Now, what, in my opinion, in my 10 years of doing this, building a long-term repeat referral-based business is about every year isolating or separating, I don't say isolating, that 20% and loving on them extra special so they know how much you care. So number two for you is to identify your gold group. Okay, identify your gold group. Now, some of you might be sitting there, just started out in the business, like, I don't even have any clients yet. How am I supposed to have a gold group? Okay, so at Sharp Retention, we've got over 200 people on our gold client list. We don't make nearly as much off of a knife sale as you do off of a home sale. I am challenging and encouraging you to start with a gold client list or a gold group of 25. 25 people, clients, friends, affiliates, other realtors, builders, lenders, doesn't matter. I don't know you and I can't build it for you. But who are 25 people in your life, hopefully that are already clients in some professional capacity, that you can love on, that you can appreciate, that you can send something cool to and start communicating with and connecting with on social media. Okay, so identify that goal group. And here's the catch. So some of you might be sitting there right now thinking, Eric, I've got a goal group. I've got my goal group. Well, then show it to me on a written down piece of paper. Not in here, because how many times in our lives we bumped into someone and you're like, oh man, I've been meaning to call you. I really, really wish I did. And now it's super awkward because I totally didn't, right? Write it down. Write it down and it needs to be organized in 3 places. Okay, those 3 places is number 1 in your people base. Okay, so you have a separate list that maybe you do a separate email campaign for, or maybe they get held back from certain email. Again, I can't dictate how you want to do your branding and your marketing strategies, but they're isolated, okay, in your people base. The number 2 place is, why am I blanking right now? Facebook, social media. You can go onto Facebook and you can make a list and you can say, Mark Zuckerberg, hey, I get notifications when people post, right? I want to know when this person puts up a post so I can comment on it, just like Mike just said. Like, look, here's the thing why a lot of people, and this is important to know, a lot of people don't really pursue strategic appreciation very seriously because there is no trackable ROI. Just know that from the start. There is no formula that says I leave comment about client's daughter's wedding dress one day, they call me back 6 months later with a referral. But we all know intuitively, as we're all getting our touches in as much as possible, that's how these things work. And then the third place, you have to have them organized. And as cliche and corny as this sounds, is in your heart. Pardon my French, but really give a shit about these people. Have them top of mind, because in case you forgot, and I don't know about how you make your income all over the place, but look around your house. Are you standing in a home? Do you have a car in the garage? Is there food in your fridge? In my life, you all did that for me. So I appreciate that. And I'm always putting my gold clients first. So for example, I just heard Pete Middleton of Pete Knows Real Estate talking on some video about how much he loves his dogs. I'm going to send him a cool thing for his dog. You know, he's a client. He's been buying gifts for us for a while. I was about to spill the beans on a cool gift that I'm going to do, but the person's in this office, so I'm not going to do it, but I guarantee you'll be hearing about it at some point soon. But the point is, keep your ear to the ground, or keep your ear to your client, right? Listen very intentionally and have these things organized. Okay, so that's 2. Number 3, now that you've got your goal group, this is where things really start to get fun. You go, Eric, how do I know about all these people? What's everybody's favorite thing in the world to talk about? Themselves. I'm gonna pull this off because this slide's too messy anyway, and you get a better view here. Is you customize it. How do you find out about people? You ask. So we send out what's called an all about you form. It's all about you form. It's very simple. It just has basic information on there: name, blood type, banking information, mother's social security number. Kidding, joking. It's like t-shirt size. What if they went to college, or what school sports they support, or what professional teams, charities that they're involved with, spouses' names, hobbies. Why do we want to know their t-shirt size, right? Because you can send them a t-shirt. You don't want to send an extra small t-shirt to an extra big guy and an extra big shirt to an extra small lady, right? So just go above and beyond. Ask these things. So I'm happy. Obviously, I'll send this out to anybody who would like it. It's a PDF now. We don't even do the physical form. I'm going to put my info in the chat at the end. Just text me and I'll email it out. In fact, I'll probably just send it to Eve and Steven. I love saying that, Eve and Steven. They engraved that on a knife for their home. It's beautiful. So yeah, I'll send it out to everyone, but it's just take that time to go a little bit above and beyond. We'd had one event, like how this works kind of full circle, and this is because this is local as well. Has anyone ever done, show hands if you're on, a deal with Corey Kavanewski? He's the CMG Financial over on Coronado. Yeah, John knows him. He's big dude, does like 200 million in loans a year. Long story short, we were at a conference years ago that he was speaking at. We didn't have any speaking time. They wouldn't let us get on stage or anything like that, but we knew Corey was speaking. we also knew Corey is a die-hard Laker fan. So the night before he was speaking at his hotel room in San Diego, we delivered a home and away LeBron James Laker jersey to his room in his size. He talked about us. We'll leave it at that. And it went well. But again, we didn't know that. We spent $350 on these super high quality jerseys. In fact, we spent $180 and then we got the wrong one. So that's why I got the home and the away. So we ended up just getting them two. And we were like, we got you both, man. And but yeah, it was like $350 gamble. But these are the things. Put people first. And had he not said anything about us on stage, I'd probably be up here telling the same story about how much we still love Corey because he continues to support us and talk about different things out there. But the point is, get people to become a raving fan by finding out about what's important to them. All right, number 4, okay, be a connector. Be a problem solver. I'm gonna pull the slide back up here. Be a connector. Who here has been in BNI? BNI, anyone? Giver's gain, okay? Giver's gain is a mentality. If you are going to call yourself a real estate expert, in my opinion, that means that not only are you a master of real estate, of your own profession, but you're not a jack of all trades, but you are linked to other people in all other professional professions. So do you know the best HVAC, attorneys, pavers, childcare, dog walker, coffee, things in the area? Be a local referral guide. Okay, because if you can help someone get a home, they will remember you as their realtor. If you can help solve a problem in their life, they will remember you as their friend, right? So don't just ask for referrals. Give referrals constantly. I'm constantly on social media or listening to people, asking people, what's one thing that you need right now? Hey, what's the biggest goal you're working on for your business right now? Okay, here's 3 questions you can ask people on a regular basis that will find out how you can connect them. Okay, hey, what's the biggest goal you're working on right now? If they're a business person, you can say in business. What's the biggest goal you're working on right now? Cool. What's the biggest challenge to that? What's your biggest challenge there? What's the biggest challenge holding you back from that goal? Nice. And then the third is, what's one thing or a person that you would need to be connected with to make that a lot easier? What's one thing or person you would need to be connected with to make that a lot easier? And more times than not, once they start talking, your brain starts rolling. And it's not even about, oh, did I give them the contractor that ended up building their dream home? No, but did you engage them in a conversation, put in 5 to 10 minutes of your time and let them know how much you care by trying to go above and beyond and be a connector? Simply that. Okay, so giver's gain. Okay, this one is an interesting one, especially nowadays. Things have shifted and they've shifted back. Never eat lunch alone. Never eat lunch alone. It's really that simple. But it doesn't have to be every day. Okay, that's unsustainable. But you have 25 gold clients on your list, right? There's 52 weeks in the year. Doesn't take a genius to figure out we're going out twice a month. Okay, if you don't have time for lunch, or frankly, if you're a newer agent, you don't really have the marketing budget to be spending on nice extravagant lunch for 2 people or whatever it is, which I get it, been there. Coffee, cup of coffee, $7 in coffee, 30 minutes of your time. And when you're on that meeting, I don't want to call it an appointment, you're there for them. You're asking them questions. You're not talking about real estate. Unless they show up with comps in the area and a pre-approval letter, then you're not talking about real estate. And if they try and bring it back to real estate, hey, I really appreciate that, Mindy. I actually really want to learn more about you today. And I came just to serve you and see what's your biggest goal you're working on? What's your biggest challenge with that right now? And just go back if you have to ask it again. Oh, what's your second biggest goal? 20 minutes, 30 minutes of your time and $8 worth of coffee to possibly gain a lifetime client relationship. It's worth it every time on my end. And what's crazy now is things are even easier than before. We've all hopefully at this point done at least one Zoom lunch. Hey, buddy, I'm in my house. You're in your house. Go grab some lunch. What day next week is good for you? You want to go really above and beyond? I did this for a meeting a few months ago. This is in like the height of the lockdown. Was I sent breakfast burritos to a small team. I sent burritos to everybody on the team 10 minutes before I was speaking on their Zoom meeting. So everyone was actually eating burritos from a place that I bought. The point is just go a little bit above and beyond. With this lunch thing now, it doesn't even cost you your time. It doesn't even cost you your lunch. You just, it's BYOL, right? Bring your own lunch. It's already in the fridge. And it just takes that moment to reach out and do something cool. I'm going to turn a little bit of light on. We're getting one of these cozy San Diego late winter storms. It's beautiful. Okay, coming in the home stretch here, and these last two are the most exciting in my opinion, especially this next one. This next one is what we're going to share. We're going to do something different or something for the first time ever. And I'm excited to share this because this is something that shifted the dynamic of a lot of my relationships professionally in the last year is really when I started enacting it. So talking about what Mary Kay said, right? Make me feel important. Okay. What's the one day of the year that is the easiest day, the alley-oop day to make someone feel important?
Birthday.
Bingo. Birthday. So how many of us though, right? Make someone feel important, have a system, a birthday system in place. And I'm going to show you these response messages that I get constantly from these videos that or these things that I sent out, because it just changes everything. And this is in response to a few of these. And I'm going to give it, before we even read these, let me go through it, which is, I'm going to give you my 3 do's, okay, my 3 don'ts for a birthday system for lifetime clients. Okay, very, very simple. You're going to utilize social media as your friend here. Facebook is going to let you know when it's the birthday. Okay, when I say birthday system, that means it is time blocked. It's in your calendar every single day. So I have mine at 8 a.m. and it's in fact so quickly right now that I can just copy and paste this message back and forth. And for that 80% of people, I'm about to put it in the chat, about 80% of people, and every day is different, right? Every day it could be more or less, but you're going to send them a message, a personal Facebook message, not on their wall. It says that, happy birthday, blank. I hope you have a wonderful birthday and you make this year your best one yet. Click send. I mean, frankly, if you don't feel the need or the obligation, or you feel awkward sending someone that message, in my opinion, and this is truly what I do, I delete you as a friend, because in the what we're not friends. It's some random person whose card I got 8 years ago. Nothing personal. It's just it's the lowest common denominator of something you can do. It's hitting 5 keys on a keyboard, and it's like that should be an important person to you. So that one's cool. And then the second thing is to send a personal video. And I send these videos, and that's what I was pointing out. These responses here are responses that I get to the video. And one says, for those of you who can't read it, says, thanks so much, made my day. Another one, Eric, I'll never forget this video. I'm smiling from ear to ear. Thank you. This one from Tim Yates. He's, I love you, brother. I watched your video, and we said, Carrie and I watched your video, and we both said we feel blessed to have you in our lives. Have no doubt. Awesome stuff. Again, so touched by your video. It was a great way to end my night. It's really that simple. And it's all I'm going to do. Why this is exciting. I'm going to take out the screen share here. And not only is this a system in place, we're going to kill 2 birds with 1 stone. And I am going to do one of these videos right now for you live, so you can actually see what goes into it. It's very simple. I'll give you the template, and then I'm actually going to do it. And then I'm not going to go through all sending it right now. But grab yourself a couple of these. Boom. Little noisemakers. Get a camera, video, and then we'll do it. I'll give you the template first, and you can kind of see how I adapt that, right? So it's just, happy birthday, Mindy. Hey there. I just want to take a moment and wish you a super happy birthday. Really appreciate you. Insert 3 sentences about why you love Mindy. I do know Mindy personally, but I also wanted to just let you know that's kind of what you're going to do there. And then I always finish with, I hope you have a wonderful birthday and you make this year your best one yet. So I'm literally going to do one real quick, and it's going to be exciting. This is the first time. You guys excited? Give me a hand wave. All 4 people with their screens on. I love it. Okay, here we go. So video, boom. Happy birthday, Tisha. Hey there. I just want to take a moment and wish you a super happy birthday. I'm just super grateful to know you. Ever since I started in this business, you have been incredibly supportive, from letting me, come to office meetings and working at events, hanging with agents. You're just such a key proponent to sharp retention, and we love what you do for not just the office, Tris. And all right, so, and the one note there is, and I'm just gonna end it because I don't want you to watch me do videos. The only reason you do not send it is if you mess up the name. So I just called her Trisha and her name is Tisha. And so I'm gonna have to reshoot that one, but I don't need you don't have to sit and watch the whole thing. But what I was gonna say though, is when you make these videos, a key part of this taking not a lot of time is just send it. Literally, unless you do what I just did, which is mess up the name. Don't mess up. If you mess up the name, you got to resend it. But if your hair is weird or the wind's blowing or you said something kind of awkward, whatever, just send it. People love it. It's super authentic every single time, right? So send the birthday video to that 20% of people. And so again, that 80-20, it's not every day. So like today, I'll do 2 of them out of say 10 birthday messages. Earlier this week, there was one day, or like last week, I did 9 in a day. And that was a lot. And it's like, but certain days there's none, right? So it doesn't matter, it's give or take. And then the third thing you can do, and don't worry, the don'ts are much faster than the do's, is send them something cool. Send a gift. So let's talk about things to send for a moment, because we don't just sell knives and change lives. It's not the only gift that we ever send out. But there's all different types of things that are going to keep you top of mind. Very simple. And if you're thinking, Eric, well, their birthday already passed. Well, there's never been anyone in the history of the planet who was very upset about an unexpected belated birthday gift. You can't get mad at it. You can't. That's not the rules of life. So the most simple things, and we're going to ramp up in terms of like kind of fun and complexity, is grab a note, grab a handwritten note. Throw them a note. Hey, man, just thinking about you. Take 2 minutes out of your day to send them a card and let them know how much you're thinking about them. It doesn't even necessarily have to be a birthday card. The gift itself, like I said, the gift is that you took some time to let people know how much of an impact they've had in your life. You want to step it up another notch? Get yourself some of these. These are called tiny love cards. They say all different types of cool, encouraging things. This one says, do what makes your soul smile. This one says, you're a good one. I'm a thankful one. They're just fun. Throw them in there. You get one. They kind of make your day. Another brand that I really love to support, Best Day of My Life. So they make t-shirts. So you can get a t-shirt that says Best Day of My Life. That's actually what the brand is. And so, but the sticker is much more cost effective. They're 50 cents a piece. You write on the back of it, this sticker reminds me of the day we met. Best Day of My Life sticker. Just that simple. A little step further than there, we have these. They're cool. You can get these. So Cutco is 100% American made. We also make K-bar knives, which is the knives that the military uses. So these big Rambo looking things. Pretty cool, right? Now that's a knife. We do engrave them too. However, that's not what I'm talking about sending out to everyone, is this little K-bar spork. So it's a spoon, fork, wait for it, knife, a little tiny knife in there. So last year I sent out about 100 of these to different clients saying, no matter what, no, you'll appreciate this. I sent them in February. Note the time. In February, no matter what happens this year, I hope this sport keeps you ready for anything. And here, you'll love this though. There was still about a third of them that I hadn't sent until, and then COVID happened. But I already hand wrote all those notes. And so I was like, send them anyway. I hope it keeps them ready for anything. Who knows what's going on out there? That was like in the end of March. I was like, I'm not rewriting 150 handwritten notes. Like I still hope it keeps you ready for anything. And then just make it personal to you. And then my personal favorite, this is a good one to drop off with a little thank you card. This one has, here you go. So this says, how awesome are you? And I would sometimes leave these at people's offices on with a little note. It's a tiny little desk, wacky waving inflatable tube man. He's dying. He needs a new battery. No? All right. So again, I'm kind of a super silly guy. So a lot of my gifts are very, very silly as well. Make them however you want, but it's just send them something cool, right? So the 3 don'ts of a birthday system. Number 1, don't write on their wall. Don't write on the Facebook wall. It simply it gets condensed. People don't read it. The reason the whole birthday system started was I started sending messages because according to Forbes, Facebook Messenger over email, text message, and phone call has the highest response rate. I'm not trying to be some social media millennial here. I'm very not tech savvy, but that's the bottom line. I go where the people are, right? So Facebook has the highest open rate. So don't run to the wall, send a message. Number 2 is, as we heard of this, don't forget to double check the names. If you mess it up on the video, just reshoot it. But if you're copy and pasting those messages, just take the extra 2 seconds and don't send a message to Mindy that says happy birthday, Dave. But I've done it a bunch of times. It's okay. But and if it happens, send a smiley face and people get it. And if they don't, you can unfriend them. No, I'm just kidding. That's mean. And then the third thing is don't send a bad gift. Don't send a bad gift. What are bad gifts? Gifts that are bad don't represent the lifetime relationship that you plan on having with your clients. And that's our 7th key, is having a gifting system in place. Because most people, when it comes to their system of gifting and having gifts ready, is, oh, I'm just going to go to the liquor store, grab a Home Depot gift card. Maybe we'll do a dinner out, even though that's not really possible anymore. The bottom line is all those gifts, where do they end up? Gone. Either they eat it or they drink it. I love it, Minnie, holding up the book. They put it on a shelf or they forget about it. The point is, it doesn't really serve you and it doesn't serve them. And most importantly, the idea of having a system, your job is to lead gen, prospect, build client relationships, not customize gift baskets, run around town figuring what people like. This is about having a system in place. And if there was a better product or thing to systemize and complement your real estate profession, I'll be wearing a shirt that says something else, guy, but there is not. So that's what our team does, and we specialize in, is having a gifting system in place. We take your name, we put it on an extraordinarily high quality, 100% American made knife. Look, think about it. Where are people now more than they ever have been in the entire history of the world? Home. And whether your client is a chef or not, every single person on the planet uses a knife to cut food into smaller pieces since the beginning of time, right? So it's simple, it's perfect. I love Mindy is my spokesmodel today. She is my Vanna White to this presentation. You're the best. Exactly. So we custom engrave it because they are engraved. They are 100% tax deductible. Say it again, you can write off the entire cost of the gift as marketing, advertising. We're spending the money anyway. It's going out on wine, champagne, gift cards, gift baskets, home warranties. This is just shifting it to something that actually lasts, that your clients are using every single day and they have forever. So I want to wrap it up here. Before we do the whole wrap up here, I actually have a raffle here. So I appreciate everyone for sticking around to the end. I am going to give away, you have a 1 in 16 chance, 1 in 15 chances, I'm included in that, of winning $100 of free Cutco right now. All right? Because as we all know, the only thing in the whole world better than Cutco is free Cutco. Exactly. I can hear you. I love it. I love that I can still see everyone's mouth move and I can like physically hear it on my end. Yeah. So pull out your phones. We're going to have you just shoot me a text with your name. Don't do it yet. Don't do it yet. I know some of you have my number. I'm going to give you my number in a second. If you'd like to set up a time to meet, it takes 20 minutes via Zoom. I'll walk you through our program. I'll answer any of your questions. I can help you place a gift order if you need to. If you do end up placing a gift order, I'll buy you a free knife for your home. If you want to set up a time to meet, go over it, put the word sharp, S-H-A-R-P, like, wow, that Cutco knife is sharp, in the text along with your name. So we're going to put a text to, ready for the number, is 858-255-1142. It's 858-255-1142. We are going to do the drawing at the end here before we go. So we're just wrapping up here in just a few minutes. I do very much appreciate y'all sticking around. The number is in the chat. I'll say it one more time for those of you who might be out and about, 858-255-1142. Put the word sharp if you'd like to set up a time to get together and learn why we work with over 50% of the teams and agents in the Metro office. When I go on these, Metro Brady Bunch screen mode, it's like watching a Brady Bunch of our clients, and I appreciate the heck out of it. And also too, I've been meeting with people via Zoom over the last couple of weeks. I'm looking at Salma and I saw Dave last week, so it was great. I really appreciate the opportunity just to go over our program and really fantastic stuff. But as we wrap it up here, and we give everyone a minute to just kind of go with the raffle, is I want you to think about, what are you building? What are you building in your business, right? And what steps are you going to take today? And what systems will you take today or put in place today that not 5 or 6 days from now, but 5 or 6 years from now, you'll look back on it and realize that was a pivotal change in my business. That's when things started really taking it up a notch. And it doesn't have to be that long. It can be 5 to 6 months from now. It could be a few weeks from now, right? When you send one of these videos and it changes, oh, hey, actually, I was thinking about you because I do have that $1.4 million referral or whatever it is, the unicorn out there. So what are we building here? What are we going towards? And what steps will you take towards it today? And I want to leave you with a quote. And in fact, we'll do the quote and then the raffle, and then we'll answer any questions if anyone has any. My quote here from a friend and old mentor of mine, Hal Elrod. He's the author of The Miracle Morning. I really appreciate all of you for being here. Your level of success will seldom exceed your level of self-development. That's from Jim Rohn. And this here from Hal is where you are in life is because of the choices you've made in the past. But where you're going depends entirely on who you choose to be today. Greatly appreciate all of your time. And let's do, I'll open it up right now if anyone has any questions. I am going to, while that everyone gets ready, if anyone has any questions, before I forget, I'm going to email the All About You form to Evie to send out to everyone, along with probably the PowerPoint as well, so everybody can have that. But before we do the drawing, does anyone have any questions? Love it. Miami continue. Yep, and it's just, and as we wrap it here, and appreciate everybody. I got it in. I was like, why is my phone not blowing up? It's on do not disturb mode, which I do during these presentations, so it doesn't start blowing up during the thing. Cool. Okay. And then thank you for those who sent who texted with the word sharp. I will send you some times to meet soon. But yeah, no, Mindy, what you said there is just really nice. Is it becomes fun. The whole like gifting strategically and strategic appreciation and really going in depth with your clients. And the more depth you go with clients, the less width you have to go with getting new clients. At the same time, of course, you know, like I said, there's lead gen, there's goodwill. Every good business needs both. But as you really start digging in with these strategies, it's awesome. So, all righty, we got about, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 10. Mindy, my banner wife, go ahead and unmute and pick a number 1 to 10, please.
Six.
It just says sharp. It didn't get them. Who is 619-540-5282? Melissa? You did it. Cool. You won.
Oh, I did?
You
did?
Technically,
Very cool.
You didn't send your name, so I'm not going to dock you for breaking the rules. But you did win. So congrats on that, and that's good for all Cutco products. But yeah, I'll send you the text, and we'll keep record of that way. But just really appreciate y'all being here today. And our team is here anytime you need us. We've been working with the Metro office for over a decade. Metro was, no joke, the first team meeting that I ever spoke at in this level of my business. So always a special place in my heart. I live and work out in Mission Valley here, so I'm just up the road if you ever need anything. And that's all I got for y'all, and hope you all have a super sharp rest of your day.
Take care.
Thanks. That was fun.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Everyone.
Bye, everyone. Happy birthday.
Thank you. Thanks, bud.